Okay. Hey. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. It's Saturday. It's a beautiful day outside. Um, so I think almost every African American person, with a television, that was interested, watched The Wiz the other night, Thursday night. And I personally think it was amazing. I'm so glad that, my generation has, you know, a show like this and we're able to see a production like this. It's amazing. And as I was walking out the door, um, I live with a couple. I rent from them. And one of my landlords asked me the question, why aren't there any white people in the Wiz? I had to choose my words wisely because I didn't want to offend anyone. But then I asked her, I had to remember that she's Peruvian, so maybe she doesn't know the history behind it. I asked her, has she ever seen The Wizard of Oz? And she said, yes, she has. And I said, well, if you look back, in the history of the movie, there was an all-white cast when the movie originally came out. And, years and years ago, things really were segregated. And a few years later, or more than a few years, we had the production with a all-star black cast, and with Michael Jackson and Diana Ross, and beautiful production. But that cast was all black. Now, my quick answer to her was because it's The Wiz and not The Wizard of Oz. And she said, but I don't understand. And I said, well, the original Wiz had a black cast. And, maybe I'm biased because when I saw that it was an all-star black cast, I was so excited. And, I didn't think about it offending anybody at all. Just because, I don't know, maybe I'm biased. But in the process of watching the show, there were commercials, of course, and one of the commercials was advertising this show called Wicked, and it's a production. It's supposed to be about all of the witches, the 2 good witches and the 2 bad witches, and I didn't see any black people in the advertisement for that production. Now, of course, like after she said something to me about it, I didn't think any more about it until I'm watching the show, and I want to look up the cast to get the names of everybody, of the people that I didn't know. And, I saw an article pop up about how people on Twitter were saying that it's racist. I mean, for people in our generation that don't know the history behind, the Wizard of Oz or the Wiz, it could possibly come off as slightly racist. But for anybody my age and older, I feel like we should know better. And maybe that's just my personal opinion. I feel like we've come really far. And I feel like we've come too far to be being set back by people who are ignorant, about our history. It's amazing to me how every single chance a white person gets to flip the script, they try to flip the script and call, us racist. Which, me personally, I'm pro people. Like, I love all people. I mean, my best friend is white. What up, Melissa? How you doing? So, blood couldn't make us any closer. That's my dog. But, my parents always told me that racism still exists in the world. And, maybe I grew up kind of blind to it because I was kind of in a mixed community. After a certain age, I got put in a school where it was equal parts of everybody. There was black, white, brown, everybody. People with green, purple hair. It was everywhere, So I learned equality, from the jump. I didn't see them as a white person. I didn't see them as a black person. I saw them as a person. But I could never understand my dad's attitude towards, white people. It was really hard being friends with my best friend at first because my daddy don't like white people. And it's he had a point in time where he was really skeptical. Right now, his best friend is white. Go figure. But, over time he had to learn that all white folks aren't the same. He grew up in a town where racism was heavy at his age. So I can totally understand where he's coming from. But when he used to try to teach us and tell us that it still exists, I didn't fully grasp what he meant. I didn't fully understand what he was talking about until I got grown. And now, every time you turn around, we turn a non-issue into a race issue. It stops being about people being successful and starts being about black people being successful, white people being successful. At the end of the day, you cut us open, we all bleed red. And I just think everybody needs to realize that. I see some videos and I see a lot of stuff that's pro-black and, all of that. I mean, I'm for it. I'm African American myself. I'm for it. But let one white person go out there and say pro-white. He's a Nazi. He's part of the KKK. God help us all. And I feel like everybody should be pro-people. I feel like as far as The Wiz goes, I understand why it was an all-black cast. Why? Because the original movie, that's how the original movie was. So, I'm not upset by that. Just like this show coming out, Wicked, I didn't see any black people. I wonder how many folks gonna come back and say that's racist. Who knows? But, I really just wish people would stop taking a non-issue and turning it into a race issue. Because all these things that actually are race issues, ain't nobody talking about. Ain't nobody got time for that. But a production that's supposed to be about family and fun and happiness, people take to Twitter about it being racist. I really feel like people need to find something better to do with their time. That's just me. Because it's amazing how it's not racist for a cop to beat up on a little black boy or a little black girl. You know, we have all these different racial situations that we deal with every single day. But, you know, a production on TV that's supposed to be happy and about family, we turn it into an issue when we already got all these other issues to worry about. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I'm looking at this video and I'm looking at my hair. My hair kind of look a mess, so disregard that. Today's wash day. But I don't know, it's just something that was on my heart to talk about, and something that, you know, I've been thinking about. And I keep seeing all these things about race this and race that. I mean, I'm like, we're all people. You know, I don't go around saying that, you know, I'm mixed and this and that. But, you know, I got a little bit of white in me. My great-granddaddy, or my great-great-granddaddy, I'm not sure. One of them granddaddies was white. My grandmother is half Native American. I mean, we're all people. You know, at this point in time, it ain't too many people that's pure anything. And I feel like it should, the shade of our skin shouldn't dictate how we feel about it. If I'm sitting here watching the show, it ain't nothing but white folks in it, I'm not going to sit here and be like, that producer and that cast director and everybody in them, they racist. That's not the first thing that's going to pop into my mind. If it's a good show, it's a good show. Dang white folks, kudos. Good job. I mean, what's the problem? I don't get it. I don't understand. You know, I mean, there's plenty of shows. Like right now, I'm sitting here watching this show, Girl Meets World, which I'm absolutely in love with it. Yeah, I'm grown, and yeah, I still watch Disney Channel. I do. Yeah, oh well. And I think it's an amazing show. Now, they got a few little black boys in the background, but in the main cast, there's only one little one little black boy. Just like in the original Boy Meets World, who's that one black chick? Hey, Angela. I mean, but nobody, I've never heard anybody complain about it. I've never heard anybody say anything about it. Ever. Like, ever. I've never heard a problem. You know, and not that I have a problem with it. That just happens to be the show that I'm watching right now. But, you know, I just think people should pick their issues and pick, you know, what they... I feel like people should choose their words a bit more wisely before they start pointing fingers and wanting to call folks racist. Because there are some real racists out there that will literally, if I step foot on their land right now, they'll bust a cap in my ass just for being my skin color. There are some people right now, I can't walk into their store without being followed. And this is 2015, about to be 2016. I am 22, about to be 23 years old. I have natural hair and an afro. Sometimes I dress kind of boyish. I don't wear skirts and heels and stuff all the time. I am my mama's child. Sometimes I wear gym shorts. Sometimes I wear sweatpants. I don't wear makeup all the time. I'm not wearing makeup now. And these are my favorite earrings. They're studs. Now, you'll notice a lot of, you know, I don't know what the proper term is, stems and studs. They wear earrings like this. They don't wear hoops. They wear baggy clothes. They wear sneakers. My hair, a lot of times, it be pulled back and stuff. And, you know, I've had people think that I was a dyke. And no offense to anybody else, but no, I'm not. You know, I do identify as being bisexual, but I've always been like the femme. But sometimes just I dress for comfort. And I'll walk into a store. Matter of fact, perfect example, yesterday, I was getting out of my car. I was parking my car and I saw a parking space and I started backing up like slowly because Walmart parking lot around this year, crazy. And I start backing up slowly and this couple just happened to be next to my car and they looked dead in my eyes and I waved to them and I said excuse me, and they looked at me and I don't know, I had a bad feeling. I go and I back into the parking space. I go to get out of my car. They start walking back towards their car and made sure they locked their car. And I got in my car and I said, hey, how you doing? And the woman grabbed her purse really tight and grabbed her husband's hand and kept walking and didn't say anything. That made me feel horrible. Like, that made me feel, I'm like, I can't even go into Walmart. I can't even go to Walmart and not be racially profiled by a customer. Why? Because my hair was froed out. It was big. But I had on gray sweatpants, Nike slides, and black socks, and a black long sleeve t-shirt. And I can't even go to the store without being profiled like that. And I'm a woman. I'm a large woman, but I'm a woman. And it's just like, this is the world we live in. These are the kind of issues we have. I've been pulled over before, and because they see me through the car, my car has tints, they think I'm a man. I've had 6 cop cars surround my truck. 2 cops in each car. So that's 12 cops standing by their car because my license was suspended. Not that I was driving without a license. Not that I had a registration revoked. And even then, that's excessive. Not that I had a warrant out for my arrest. No, none of that. Because my license was suspended because I forgot to pay a ticket. This is the type of world we live in. The man gets to my car and is shocked to realize that I'm a female. And I mean, at that point in time, you gotta know I'm a female. I mean, I was going somewhere. I was going out. I was looking good, titties out. I was looking good. But, he said, "Oh, hi, ma'am. How you doing?" And it's frustrating. That's the type of world we live in. I know I'm doing a whole bunch of rambling. I know I'm just speaking my mind right now. All these thoughts that I've had when it comes to this topic, I've just been speaking these thoughts, and I haven't barely been able to talk about it, and this is me speaking. And it's just all the issues we have in the world. We're taking time out of our day to complain about production having all black people play the characters. What kind of world do we live in? This is the world that we live in. Well, that's really all I have to say about the topic. If y'all watch this, thank you so much for listening. And sorry if I was talking too much. Sorry if I look ugly as hell in this video. Sorry about my hair. Hair looking retarded. Oh yeah, I gotta go. I got 4 cats in the house and I hear noises coming from downstairs. Gotta go. Be blessed.